Hi, everybody. So the first big news is I got an article for the first time in Fortune magazine. The fundamental reason house prices will fall this fall. This is what it looks like on their website. So that was cool. The main point of the article is expectations, price expectations. That, like it says up here, the prices people expect tomorrow influence supply and demand today. So that and the price expectations were going up. You can read the article, but it was talking about how interest rates went down because of the Fed, and so prices went up because of that. And then, even though they stopped lowering the interest rates, prices kept going up in part because people expected them to go up. They had been going up for 2 years, and so that was one of the reasons why we had such a boom was price expectations. And so the point I try to make it is that even if the takeaway that demand will continue to fall for many months or probably for years, regardless of the mortgage rates, because people are slowly lowering their expectations for future home prices. Like a year ago, those people who were really buying thought, oh, they're going to go up. And then, in the summer, think, well, something's going on. I don't know what's happening. But I don't know. And then turning to go, prices seem to be going down. And then it's like, oh my gosh, prices are going down, next spring. So that idea of price expectations affect demand today. And that because prices have been flat for so many months now and going down in some places, that is going to have an effect not just now, but in the future as expectations go down. And there's all sorts of other things going on there. Okay, and there's some key quotes there. Another thing that I want to talk about, and I mentioned this 2 weeks ago, I thought was really important, is although the number of houses for sale was leveling off. It's actually going up a little bit now, but it's much different between these are homes between 1,000 2,000 square feet. It's huge. It's way above 2018 is the orange line, phenomenally above that, which was kind of a normal year. But then when you get into the really big homes, this is 5,000 feet and above, it's still similar, not that much higher than it was a year ago, and phenomenally lower than it was in 2018. So even though you see that the number of homes for sale is not crazy high, when you look, if have a home to sell that is in this size range, 1,000, 2,000 square feet, you got unbelievable amount of competition. And if something's going to drive the prices to fall, it's going to be here in this price range. Is what's going to drive it down. Okay, here's some quick tweets. This one is actually from the Fed in Atlanta, and it's showing that um, the U.S. share, the income it takes to get a home, an entry level home, is phenomenally higher than it was 2 years ago. That really can't last. I don't know how you resolve that. I think price declines is in the long run is the only thing that's going to handle that. Here's another one. As you click through on this, you'll see the full thing, and there's a nice graph on this tweet here, which shows the entry level mortgage payment is up 42% in 1 year because prices went up so much and then interest rates went up so much combined. Yikes. I don't know how anybody's still buying a house, although my son just bought a house in Florida this summer. Okay, but this does show something that's a really good point is that there's a lot of more sellers are contributing to buyers' closing costs. So the house of the home doesn't go down 20,000 in this case, but it was to the advantage of the buyer by 20,000. So that could be underestimating the price fall. And you're interested in Open Door, there's a bunch of information on Open Door right now. Right now, they have a ton of houses for sale in the Phoenix market, owned that they want to sell, and some of them are really low. So if you're looking to buy now, you might want to look into Open Door as a possibility because they are really trying to get rid of their inventory of homes for sale. Here's another one, just showing you how different it is that the number of homes sold was down almost 30% last August versus the previous August. So, and you can click through to get the full stats on that. And also give an idea on how weak or soft the market is right now. Phoenix is the number two market in the U.S. and it's in cutting prices on listings. So listings, the number, it was like, gosh, the amount of homes that are listed for sale in the MLS or having price reduction is very large. Here's another thing about prices is just talking about that the rate lock-in effect is a really big effect that I talked about. Well, let me go back up. A couple of weeks ago when I talked about this, I couldn't figure it out, and several people came in and said it's the rate lock-in effect. So if you have a house right now and it's got a 3% mortgage, you don't want to sell. You want to keep it because if you bought the same house or a better house, you would end up with 6% mortgage and that price differences. So I got like three people. I had like, Scott mentioned it in a comment, and then also I got it in Twitter. I had posted this idea on Twitter, and several people on Twitter got a little discussion there, and like three people had mentioned the idea of rate lock-in. Another thing that other people had mentioned is that the prices that people, when they're buying a house, they need a new house, a bigger house, or whatever, they're keeping the old one and renting it out because the old one has, 3% mortgage or whatever, and rents are high. So instead of selling and buying, if they're able to, they're keeping the old one at the really low rate and then buying the new house. And here, Taylor Marr from Redfin was just saying that if you do have a low rate, it reduces your odds of selling. Here's a mystery to me: is all cash offers. It looks, at least at this Redfin data, for this is U.S., not just Phoenix, is that the cash offers in 2021 weren't that much higher than normal. Although there was always in the news that about the cash offers. I can't quite figure out what's going on there. If you have any ideas, leave a comment. And then finally, I'm not so big on Airbnb. Airbnb to me is commercial real estate. It's not residential real estate and shouldn't be in residential areas. And finally, it's hard to see on this graph, but here the amount of, let me skip all the way down. The number of homes for sale is going down quickly. It was really high during the summer, but then it's fallen, and now it's unusually low. So even though sales are really low, it's being offset because the number of homes hitting the market is really low. Great. I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment. Enjoy the questions. Take care.